Testing, 1, 2, 3. Is this thing working? Because I haven't used it in so long. Yes, I know. This has been a long time coming here. And I really apologize, but I've been very, very sick over the last year. And I've really been putting this off. And I know everyone's been waiting for me to finish my series. I've had friends try to encourage me to try to hurry up and do literally the last race of the season, but I've had a couple of people to thank to constantly motivate me to try to get this thing going. And you know what? Today is the day. Hello, race fans. The NASCAR SEGA Cup Series is finally back. Hopefully not for the final time. It depends on how I feel. But this is the SEGA Cup Series Championship finale race here at Zen Joltis Mega Speedway. Our front row will consist of a couple of Fords, Dillon Young running his Miller Black scheme, and Stephen Poland in the 88. We've had a crazy season with insane finishes, great battles, but here today we're only down to 4. We have 3 Toyotas and a lone Chevrolet going for the championship. That's Dougie Shears, Dillon Poteet, Christina Bell, and Tim Fiegel. One of these 4 lucky drivers will be crowned champion here today. But at a track like Zen Joltis, anything can happen. We'll be very lucky if we have one driver lead multiple laps here. But with how crazy the racing can be here at this track, we can have 5, even 6 wide here at a track like this. There will be no pit stops, 21 laps of action, and whichever one of our final 4 finishes the highest will be the champion. Who exactly will that be? I don't know. I will find out just like the rest of you, as we're just seconds away from those famous words in motorsports for the final time this season.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Keep an eye on your temps for this first segment. We shouldn't really be in danger of overheating, but it will, probably get up to about 220, so just keep an eye on that.
And as the drivers are rolling down this long straightaway, here's your starter lineup for the SEGA Cup Series Championship finale. And here comes the field coming down the final turn here as the pace car will make that left onto pit road as we're about to get here underway for the championship finale. Dillon Young will lead them down to the green flag as we are underway here at Zen Joltis. The field is already breaking into a 4 or 5 wide situation. Dillon Young, he's still leading the field here, but he's got Matt McIntyre right behind him. And here comes 2 good friends trying to draft on the outside to try to get a run on the 2. Steven Gonzalez in the 28 and Joshua Mudd in the 5. Heading down the back straightaway now, and oh man, just look at this entire field of cars just spreading out. Now we see Steven Gonzalez trying to work on the inside of Dillon Young as he will take the lead away. Steven Gonzalez, our winner from Texas Motor Speedway, he's gonna be looking to try to finish this season on a high note. And here comes one of our championship contenders on the inside, already trying to set up for the Dillon and Dillon show. And it looks like leading the first lap is going to be Dillon Young, but he won't have that lead for very long. And oh man, they're going 4 wide for the lead. Here comes Dillon Poteet and Charles Sanford on the inside. Charles Sanford, he's being pushed by Danny Wells right now. As, oh man, the entire field is just scrambling right now. Sanford hanging on to the lead, but here comes Danny Wells. And Danny Wells, he still hasn't had a win yet this year, and he's hoping to end his season on a high note, running the discount tire colors on his number 12 here. And Danny Wells, he's just hanging on to that inside. He gets in front of Aaron Macklin to hang on to that lead. And here comes Alex Drayden in the 14, running up behind the 98 of Aaron Macklin. As oh man, just look at the entire field just coming down this straightaway. They're going 5, 6 wide, nearly even 7 wide here as Drayden dives down to the inside now, trying to get up behind Danny Wells, and he's going to have the 22 of Mitchell Collins helping him out. But Danny Wells, he's looking to try to lead a lap just like his teammate as they're going 5 wide for second place. Danny Wells continues to hang on to the inside, and oh man, they're going 6 wide here, and coming up on the inside is the number 6. That's Nathan Hudson, one of our rookies from this year. He's looking to try to get up to try to have something for that number 12. Can't quite do it yet. And here comes William Brock, our Brickyard 400 winner. He started this race in the 41st position. He's getting up behind Alex Drayden, and now he's trying to look to the inside, but I don't know if anyone has anything for that number 12 yet. Danny Wells has not looked back since he's taken the lead, and now we have last season's champion Michael Norman. He's coming up in the 21 car, and he just took away 3rd place from Alex Drayden. I don't know if these two are gonna have to try to work together to try to get behind that number 12, but now we see William Brock all over the back bumper of Danny Wells. He may be looking to try to get the lead away from the inside. Not quite making a move yet, but Danny Wells, he's hanging on to that lead like it's his livelihood. And I'm trying to see who's our highest running contender for the championship right now, and it looks like it's Dougie Shears. Dougie Shears in the 83. He's been in the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series since the very beginning, all the way in Season 1. But like I said, it ain't over until it's over. And Dougie Shears, right now, he's stuck on the high side, on the outside of Dustin Stuller in the number 8 car, as they're looking to go about 5 wide here. As we head back to the front, now we see our winner from Charlotte, Cole Daly in the 18. He's looking to try to get up there, and the whole field is just scrambling right now. Positions changing left and right as Cole Daly's trying to get behind his teammate Cody Lamas here. But he just got cut off by Michael Norman. I don't know if anyone has anything for that number 12 yet. One thing about Zen Joltis is that these guys don't have to worry about taking pit stops. And oh man, speaking of pit stops, we just saw Allison Rain get in the grass. And oh man, I hear screeching. There's a wreck. Oh man, Allison Rain got into the grass, and oh man, they're still wrecking. And oh man, the caution, that will bring out the caution. And I really, really hate to see what drivers are involved in this, but I don't think any of our contenders were involved, but they have to race all the way back to the line here, and Danny Wells, he's still continuing to hang on to that lead, but oh man, he's about to get challenged by the 11 of Cody Lamas. Cody Lamas dives down to the inside as he will take the lead away from the strong number 12. William Brock is hanging on to third place. And on the outside, we have Brandon Craster, our winner from Homestead. And he's settling safely behind Danny Wells, but racing back to the line. It looks like it's going to be Cody Lamas to lead them to the caution. And that is indeed the case. Now, while these drivers try to line back up, let's see who's all involved in this. And oh no, Nathan Hudson, his number 6 is wrecked and up in smoke. And oh no, one of our championship contenders, Jessica Shelton, she was involved. As her number 20 Camry is completely up in smoke, she will not win the championship, and that brings our contenders down from 4 to 3. And there's Allison Rain, who I saw get in the grass. And oh no, there's damage to Chris Darlington in the 82. He's got damage, and there's our winner from Darlington, James Qualls, a former contender. There's Mitchell Collins in the back. He's got right side damage. There's a little bit of right side damage to the 3 of Cole Deaver. There's right side damage to Aaron Macklin. There's a little bit of damage to Christina Bell. I don't see any damage on Stephen Colin. This may have been a small car incident, but I saw some drivers get involved here, and I don't think any of our contenders are in trouble. But the race is under caution, and Cody Lamas is our race leader. Let's go to the replays and see exactly what happened. Well, here's what happened to brought out our first caution. Coming to the start-finish line, I saw that Allison Rain had gone below the apron, but that's not where this all started. This started with Nathan Hudson on the outside, and he was coming to the line, and all of a sudden his 6 car just blows up. As you can see, smoke erupting from the 6 car. So his day was already most likely done, but that was just the beginning, as you see the smoke coming out of the number 6 car. Now, as I saw during the live race, Allison Rain, she had gotten into the grass, and she gets right into her own teammate, Ryan Acosta, and Ryan Acosta gets loose. He gets right into Stephen Colin. Then Stephen Colin, he gets into the right side of Jessica Shelton, and then that in turn just causes this whole calamity. Chris Darlington gets into the wall. Mitchell Collins, Cole Deaver gets into it. Darlington actually flips over on top of the number 20, and James Qualls, he gets into the wall. Let's bring it back a little bit so we can get a better view. There's Aaron Macklin in the 98 car. He gets tagged by Jessica Shelton. Then he gets into Nathan Hudson, who was already going up in smoke. And like I said, it just causes a calamity here. Jonathan Zorlin just managed to avoid this whole thing. And man, up ahead, Ron Acosta, he ends up into the wall flipping. I guess after that contact with his teammate, he was trying to get back up onto the track, and then he gets hit by Joshua Osborne in the 1 car, and oh man, Acosta just slams into the wall going 200 miles an hour. Oh man, that almost reminds me of Michael McDowell's crash at Texas. And oh man, Acosta just flips multiple times here. That's 2. Let's count them. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and Acosta. It looks like luckily he ends up back. Well, he's sliding down across the track as we see Shelton, Darlington, and Hudson in the background, and Acosta luckily ends up back on his wheels on the apron. But oh man, that's a tough break for all these guys, especially Jessica Shelton. One of our championship contenders is going to be unfortunately out of this race. We're going to ride on board with a couple of drivers here. First will be the number 22 of Mitchell Collins. Yeah, he was mostly behind all this, but he still managed to get a little bit of right side damage on that 22 car. Now here we are riding on board with the number 1 Monster Energy Chevy of Joshua Osborne. Initial contact with Ron Acosta. Now here we are with one last onboard look from the number 20 Ream Toyota of Jessica Shelton. She had the number 82 just flip right on top of her car, and unfortunately, with the engine erupting in smoke, Shelton's day will have to end here early. And here we are back at Zen Joltis Live. And we have 3 drivers who are now out of this race. They are Ron Acosta, Nathan Hudson, and Jessica Shelton. As the drivers are now lining up double file. Now, after pit stops under the caution, we have a new race leader, Nathan Orman in the 48. Second is William Brock. Third is Charles Sanford. Fourth, Danny Wells. 5th is Brandon Crasta. 6th, Levi McIntyre. 7th, RJ Bishop. 8th, Sky Commons. 9th is James McLeod. And running out the top 10 is Zachary Fitzwater. When we restart, we're going to restart with just 12 laps to go. A lot can happen in 12 laps. The pace car dives down below the apron to try to get back into pit road as the green flag is now back out. And oh man, these drivers are already not wasting any time, already trying to go almost 4 wide for the lead. As Charles Sanford, he's looking to try to take that lead back in the 34 car, trying to get one last victory here for front row. But now here comes last week's winner, Brendan Crasta, or should I say last year, because that's the last time I did the Homestead race. But anyway, Brendan Crasta, he will take the lead. Take the lead away from Charles Sanford, running his Domino's colors on his number 23. Unfortunately, he missed out on trying to get the championship, but he's still going to try to end his season on a high note to bring another win here for 2011 racing. And oh man, we got trouble. Danny Wells is in the wall. And oh man, we got a car upside down in the back. I couldn't tell who it was. But, and oh man, they're still wrecking. Oh man. They're still wrecking, and I really hope no contenders were involved, as Brendan Crasta will bring them right back to the line here as the race leader. Now we have to see who's involved. There's some guys on pit road, and oh man, there's Brayson Mitchell in the 41. There's Danny Wells, who I saw get into the wall. Aaron Macklin, he's got some right side damage. You know, man, Joshua Osborne, he was involved. Cole Daly's sitting on pit road. And oh man, Cody Lamas, he was just the race leader on the last caution. He was one of the drivers that took a pit stop, and it looks like he was involved. He may have been the car that was upside down. And that's all I see right now. I'm trying to see if there's anyone I missed on pit road. And no, it doesn't seem to be the case. There's a little bit of left side damage to the 70 of James Qualls here as the pace car is trying to catch the field. We're going to have to go back to the replays once again to try to see what happened here, as Brendan Crasta is our race leader. Well, here's having to bring out our second caution. They were going nearly 6 wide in turn 3, and you can see the initial contact starting off between the number 91 of Simon Oscon and the number 7 of Allison Rain. Now, Allison Rain, she bumps Dillon Young into Sky Commons, which gets right into Dillon Young's teammate, Danny Wells, and then that sends the number 12 into a spin, and he just slams his rear right into the wall right in front of Cole Daly here. But it doesn't end there. Cole Daly comes down after contact with Danny Wells. That allows Cole Deaver to come in contact with Brayson Mitchell in the 41. And it just starts a chain reaction. Brayson Mitchell, he spins out right in front of Cody Lamas here. And Lamas, he just slams hard into the driver's side of the 41. That's who I saw tumble over while they were racing back to the line, as Brayson, he flips over right in front of Aaron Macklin, and then that's how he got his damage. Then Cody Lamas, he gets hit by Joshua Osborne in the 1, as the 41 is just spinning and tumbling. Then Cole Daly gives him a hit. Then Danny Wells, he clobbers the 1 car back there, as Brayson Mitchell slides on his roof. As you see black smoke pouring out of the front of the 98, as Brayson Mitchell hits the grass, and then he just goes tumbling over here. If anyone could count the flips, that'd be great. And oh man, it was just a lot happening as Mitchell continues to tumble towards turn 4. And it looks like he might end up back on his wheels. I'm not sure. He's still tumbling here. If anyone could comment how many flips that the 41 went through, that would be great. And it looks like up ahead, let's rewind it a little bit. Okay, no, that was Aaron Macklin. Okay, let's bring it back over to Danny Wells, who actually led a few laps earlier after Joshua Osborne hits Cody, I guess Danny, he didn't have time to react as he just slams hard into the back of the one car. And Chris Dalton and James Qualls actually made it through these cars, so we're going to have to ride on board with them to see what they saw. But that's a tough break for Danny Wells. Had a strong car in the beginning, just got mixed up in the field, and then unfortunately he just ran into trouble. Here we are riding on board with the number 77 Avon Health Chevrolet of Kyle Matthews. That is amazing driving by the number 77 there. Now here we are riding on board with the number 98 Cheerios Dodge of Aaron Macklin. Just colliding with this car comes to rest just at the apex of turn 4, as you can see the tumbling 41 heading towards him, but now the smoke just completely just blocked the view. Now here we are with one last onboard look from the number 11 FedEx Toyota of Cody Lamas. Then Osborne gets clobbered by the 12 of Danny Wells. Well, it looks like we're going to have more drivers to retire out of this race, so let's head back to live action. And here we are back at Zen Joltis. We're going to restart with just 7 laps to go, and we have more drivers who are now out of the race. They are Joshua Osborne, Cole Daly, Danny Wells, Aaron Macklin, Brayson Mitchell, and Cody Lamas. We got 33 drivers left in this race, and our top 10 goes as follows. Brandon Crasser is the leader. Second is Levi McIntyre. Third is Charles Sanford. Fourth, Steven Gonzalez. Fifth now is Alex Drayton. Sixth is Christina Bell. Seventh is James McLeod. Eighth is Jonathan Zorlin. Ninth is Brett Kinnenberg, and rounding out the top 10 is Simon Oscon. A lot can happen in 7 laps. Hopefully we don't have another caution, as Brandon Crasser is looking to try to get 2 wins in a row for the SEGA Cup Series finale. And right now, I believe our highest running championship contender right now is Dillon Poteet in 13th. Can he climb up the field, or will someone else try to take their shot, as the green flag is now back out, and it looks like Levi McIntyre trying to get a run on the outside to take the lead, but he's got Charles Sanford pushing him, and Brandon Crasser, he's looking to try to make that inside work, as we now see Alex Drayton diving down to the inside of Charles Sanford. Well, he tried to, can't quite get it, as Brandon Crasser continues to hang on to that lead. Brandon Crasser at a 23-11 racing. He had a strong showing at Homestead, and it looks like that he wants to try to see if he still has that strength here today at Zen Joltis, as we are now on lap 15. Hopefully now that these drivers have settled down a little bit after racing hard, after triggering the last 2 caution flags, but now we see that Levi McIntyre is now moving to the inside of Charles Sanford to try to take away second place. Now we see 2 good friends battling out side by side, James McLeod and Alex Drayton. This is the battle for 5th place right now, and it looks like McLeod has that advantage right now. Brandon Krasser just led the last lap, as we now see Dillon Poteet stuck between Sky Commons and Steven Gonzalez, and it looks like he's trying to get up there to try to work with his teammate, but Sky Commons, he took the inside from him, and he's going to force Dillon Poteet to be stuck in the middle. You know, man, Alex Drayton, he tried to get back on the inside, couldn't quite get it there. And speaking on the inside, Charles Sanford, he's now on the inside of Brandon Krasser to try to take the lead away in that number 34. Come to think of it, both of the front row drivers are in the top 5 right now. But Brett Kenneberg, he's losing spots right now after being stuck on the outside. Now here comes Matt McIntyre on the inside, being pushed by Dustin Stoller now. Matt McIntyre, he's looking to try to get himself a win here to hopefully to end the season, as Charles Sanford, he's looking to try to defend that lead as much as he can, as we now have this time we're about to have 4 laps to go. Charles Sanford continues to hang on to that lead here. It looks like the Fords have something here, because they're actually hanging on to the lead for quite a bit here, as we now see our Las Vegas winner Sky Commons. He's trying to work on trying to get the lead away from Charles Sanford. Can't quite do it yet, though, as here comes William Brock now coming with Steven Gonzalez and RJ Bishop. Let's ride on board with the number 42. And you know what? How about we crank it up? Coming back up to the front, it's still all about Sky Commons now. He actually did lead that last lap, and he had a bumper full of Steven Gonzalez now. But the laps are winding down. If anyone is going to have anything, they're going to have to try to make their moves pretty soon, as all 3 of our remaining contenders are in the back of this field. And right now, our highest running contender is actually Tim Fiegel. He's getting behind his good friend Joshua Mudd and being pushed by another good friend, Alex Drayton. As oh man, they're going 4 and 5 wide for the lead, as Sky Commons continues to hang on to that lead. But William Brock and Joshua Mudd, they're going to try to look to spoil that party. You know, man, they're running dangerously close here, and I really hope that they don't wreck. And they managed to settle that out for right now, as we see Joshua Mudd on the inside, and it looks like he's about to push William Brock to the lead. William Brock, our Brickyard 400 winner, he would love to try to get his second win of the season, but they're gonna have a lot of hungry drivers to try to spoil that party. And it looks like Sky Commons, he's looking to try to hang on to that lead as much as he can. He's being pushed by Steven Gonzalez as he dives down back to the inside. Next time by, we're going to have 2 laps to go. Sky Commons, he's going to have to try to do what he can to defend that lead as much as he can. And here comes Dillon Poteet. Here comes actually, here comes both of the Twinix Racing teammates here. The 31 and the 51 working together here on the inside. If Poteet has anything, he better try to do what he can to try to hang on to that position as much as he can. Poteet, he did try to go for the championship last season, but unfortunately he fell short to Michael Norman. Heading back to the front, it looks like Brandon Craster, he's made his way back to the lead now. But here comes Dustin Stoller on the inside, as well as Dougie Shears and Christina Bell. 2 laps to go now. Brandon Craster is in command of this pack, but he's going to have to do some defensive driving because Dustin Stoller, he is all over the back of that 23 car. The number 8, he really hasn't had much success this season, but he would love to try to end this season on a high note with a victory here. And oh man, now we see Dougie Shears on the inside. He just took away 3rd place, and he is our highest running contender right now. But we are coming to the white flag, and he's got 2 Hendrick Motorsports teammates coming up right behind him, as Brandon Craster will take the white flag. No matter what, this race will end under green. Brendan Craster, he dives down to the inside, but here comes Dougie Shears being pushed by Nathan Ormond. And oh man, now Shears moves to the outside. I don't know if that was too smart, but if he can have a strong enough run, he may be challenging for the lead. But Brendan Craster, he's going to have to do some defending. But here comes Nathan Ormond and Jake Rogers now. Now he's in contention. And oh man, Dougie Shears is trying to get a run on the outside. Can't quite do it yet. But Brendan Craster, he's hanging on to it. Almost a 4-wide situation for 2nd place now. This is exactly what Brendan Craster needs. But Nathan Ormond, he is all over the back of that 23 car. And I don't think anyone has anything for that 23 car. Brendan Craster's looking for 2 in a row here. And oh man, they're heading into turn 4 for the final time here. Brendan Craster right now blocking both lanes on the inside. Coming out of turn 4 for the final time and down this long straightaway. Brendan Craster, he will take home Zen Joltis, and with a strong looking 3rd place finish, Dougie Shears, the longtime SEGA Cup Series competitor, has just won the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series Season 4 Championship. Brandon Craster is our race leader, but Dougie Shears finishes 3rd place, and he is our highest finishing contender as he will take home the SEGA Cup Series title. And finally, this race is in the books. Brendan Craster wins 2 races in a row here to cap off Season 4 of the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series, as Dougie Shears will bring home the championship. Christina Bell ends up 4th. Simon Oscon finishes with a top 5 finish. Zachary Fitzwater ends up 6th. Allison Rain ends up 7th. Seth Cole 8th. Teammate Alex Ferranti ends up 9th place in the number 9. And rounding out the top 10 is Jonathan Zorlin. Levi McIntyre, Dustin Stoller, Brett Kennenberg, Matt McIntyre, and Jake Rogers rounds out the top 15. Then we have Joshua Mudd, Steven Gonzalez, Charles Sanford, Dillon Poteet ends up 19th place, and the top 20 ends up with Michael Norman. Then we have James McLeod, Alex Drayton, Sky Commons, William Brock, and RJ Bishop rounds out the top 25. Then, let's see. Then we have Tim Fiegel ends up 26th, Sky Commons 27th, Stephen Colin 28th, Dylan Young 29th. Rounding out the top 10 was Mitchell Collins. Then we have Cole Deaver, James Qualls, Chris Darlington, Cody Lamas, and Brayson Mitchell round out the top 35. Chris Dawson was actually the last car running. Then we have Aaron Macklin, Danny Wells, Cole Daly, Joshua Osborne, Jessica Shelton, Nathan Hudson, and Ron Acosta. Well, race fans, after nearly 2 years of waiting, the SEGA Cup Series is finally done. Season 4 is in the books. Will I do a Season 5? Who knows? I think time will tell. I mean, it was actually pretty nice to do this again, but I had to hurry up and try to get this race out. I really didn't want to leave my subscribers and race fans, like, without knowing who the champion was of Season 4. But today we finally found that out here. And this is going to be Trent Dunham signing off until next time, if there will be a next time. Congratulations one last time for Brandon Craster for winning at Zen Joltis, and congratulations one last time to our Season 4 champion Dougie Shears. And we'll see you next time.
This copyrighted upload may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized consent of TrentTheHedgie. The NASCAR SEGA Cup Series would like to thank all of the fans for their support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.